particular character, Mr. Johnson, because of the nature of his job and having to move through many different communities, people, and also the responsibility of making sure the game is always played, the house never closes, the casino is always open. We envision that we'll give him a lot of opportunity to do disguises. I can do accents. Sounds besides just the martial arts, which we're going to add to it as well. That's a nice soup for us. It's a nice set of ingredients for a repertory actor. And you imagine that we have 8-day shoots, so I'll have to be thinking about performing one character, preparing for the next character at the same time. That's fun. It's like theater. It's like going back to repertory theater.
Is it true that you're going to stop then and not doing any more Blade?
No. I just said that if we don't do another Blade, we have another character that's a hybrid action comic book character. That I think if we pull that off, I don't know, he might put Blade to sleep.
Oh, that's right.
Speaking of the action, what's it like doing the action sequences for this show?
Not difficult as of yet, but they'll be getting more and more difficult and more intricate. And our job is to do dynamic action, not just superfluous, scatterbrain type of action. I want to do stuff that's classic and beautiful to watch, dynamic and emotional to experience, and then we'll leave a legacy.
So we don't know a lot about the character, but how much do you know? How much do you want to know?
Can you believe they still haven't told me a lot of key things? That we were doing a film, I would have this already figured out. And we would get this laid out months ahead of time. I don't even have a script yet. We start shooting in the 23rd of this month. That's kind of exciting. He has a first name. If I tell you, I have to kill you. Happy birthday!
How long is it going to be before we get to learn his first name? And anything more about him?
Very early on, you begin to understand that there are multiple sides and multiple dimensions to his character, and that there's a lot more going on underneath the surface than this very formal butler.
And if we want to know you, how can you describe yourself?
I haven't figured it out myself, man. I'm still working on that, man. I don't know.
It's really fun that there's the tone changes in this. You get to even throw in a little humor. Is that fun for you that you get to kind of touch on that side of the character?
Yeah. You don't want to just be sitting there watching a stoic guy who's boring and have some quasi interesting lines to say. It's nice to explore the comedic side. And for me, some of the best action always has some good comedy in it.
And is Johnson going to be staying back more at the casino, or is he going to be getting out in the field?
No, Mr. Johnson won't be stuck behind a desk. Not at all. Not at all.
It's funny, they say this is like the golden age of television. Do you believe that? Do you think television is now even of higher quality than films?
Yes, in many ways. In certain venues. There are some great films being made. Unfortunately, they don't get the same platform. And they don't get the same exposure. So, but in general terms, it's exciting to see what we're experiencing on television or on the small screen, as we can say now. Not only from the actors in front of the camera, but also the writers and the producers behind the camera. Very exciting. A lot of fun. A lot of opportunity to be creative.
So what do you think that most movie stars will make TV and now they do?
You want to work with good talent, and you want to work with good content, and you want to, some of us would like to have a legacy of work, a body of work that is respectful and impressive, and you can be proud of. And there's a lot of opportunity to do that in television.
And can you talk about the relationship between Alex and Mr. Johnson and how that kind of develops past the pilot?
Well, it's going to be a love-hate relationship and a relationship of necessity at some point. They'll both realize that they need each other at some point for some very intriguing purposes, very intriguing way to go. You know, Alex might have a whole agenda that we don't know about. And he may know things about Mr. Johnson that we don't know about yet. Maybe.